The Titans make the long journey west this week all the way to Oakland for a battle between two teams that still have a shot at the postseason. Predictions are percolating, but first let's serve up a few key stats. Tennessee's motto these days should be, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Look at him go, stiff arms, he's a sledgehammer, he's in!
Derrick Henry's latest big game put him over 1,100 yards for the season already, and he's now surpassed his season total from his breakout performance from last year. His latest performance marks the third straight game he's rushed for over 145 yards, and it was his fourth 100-yard game. The Titans 4-0 in those contests. Now, as rough as the Raiders' D was last week, it wasn't the ground game that did them in. They held KC to 3.3 yards a carry, and they've played the run fairly well this year. Call them just above average, so it won't be necessarily a walk in the park for Henry. But it might be for Ryan Tannehill, because Oakland's weakest unit overall has been its secondary. They actually didn't play too bad against Patrick Mahomes last week, but are still bottom dwellers in passer rating allowed, yards per game allowed, rating allowed, and yards per attempt allowed. And speaking of Captain Career Revival, Tannehill remained as hot as ever last week.
Going deep, and he's got him, it's a touchdown!
The thing with Tannehill has been how efficient and consistent he's been. Over 70% completion rate and a passer rating over 109 in 5 of his 6 starts. His counterpart, however, cannot say the same.
Passing weak, and here we go, the defense with the steal and the run back.
Derek Carr had another stinker last week, 2 picks against 1 TD pass, and for a second game in a row, had a passer rating under 72. This after stringing together 8 straight games with a rating of 96 or better. The Titans have been very middle of the pack in most defensive passing categories, though they more than held their own against Jacoby Brissett last week. Their run D, though, is slightly above average, their latest performance cutting their yards per carry figure down to 3.9. That's important because just as Tennessee's biggest weapon on offense is a running back, so is Oakland's. Josh Jacobs is now past 1,000 yards for his rookie season, picking up his 5th 100-yard game of the season. The problem is the Raiders are only 3-2 in those games, showing he needs others to step up. Will they do it this week and keep their playoff window cracked just enough? Or are the Titans the squad that's going to push its way past everyone in front of them to make it in? Let's have those predictions already.
Davis to get in behind.
Snap it
7
quick.
straight completions now for Tannehill.
And it's a bootleg run for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill will take it all the way! Airborne for the touchdown!